The price of Jade's beauty. Long ago, in a village by the wide and restless Niger River, there lived a young woman named Jade. Her mother often told her, a beautiful woman is wealth, but a kind heart is greater. Yet Jade did not believe this. Though her life was simple, pounding yam in the courtyard, fetching water at dawn, dancing with her friends during moonlight plays, her heart was restless. She wanted more. Whenever she bent over the river to draw water, she would pause to study her face in the rippling stream. Her lips pressed into a frown. If only I were more beautiful, she whispered to the wind. If only I had riches, I would never again carry clay pots or sweep dusty floors. My life would shine like gold. The elders would shake their heads whenever Jade passed, muttering the old saying, the hen that wants too much corn will follow the farmer into the cooking pot. But Jade's ears were deaf to wisdom. Desire blinded her. One year, during the festival of the new moon, the village square overflowed with music and color. Women wore wrappers dyed in indigo and scarlet, men drummed on talking drums that spoke like voices, and children ran between the dancers with calabashes of palm wine. As the people danced, strangers appeared at the edge of the firelight. They moved like shadows, tall, robed in black cloth that swallowed the moonlight, their laughter like the rustling of dry leaves. The drummers faltered, the flutist lost his note. For though these strangers were silent, their presence commanded every gaze. They called themselves the Circle of Ivory. They whispered promises in the market square that night, beauty without rival, wealth beyond measure, power to bend even chiefs and kings. All they asked was a price, though they never said what it would be. Most villagers turned away, making the sign of protection with their hands. But Jade's heart leapt like a fish in a net. That very night, while others slept, she followed the faint sound of drums into the forest. The deeper she went, the stranger the path became. The air smelled of burning camwood, and the trees seemed to lean close as though listening. Finally, she reached a clearing lit by a fire that burned blue. The circle stood around it, chanting in a tongue older than stone. At their center was a woman whose beauty was unearthly. Her skin glowed like polished bronze, her eyes shone like pools of water under the full moon. She smiled at Jade knowingly. "Child of the village," she said, her voice both sweet and sharp. "Your heart is restless. You crave beauty, you hunger for wealth. We can give you both." Jade's breath came fast. "Yes. More than anything." The woman's smile widened, though her eyes were cold. "Nothing comes without a price. A goat cannot boast of owning the grass it eats." Jade trembled. "What must I give?" The woman leaned close, whispering, "Only your reflection." Jade thought of the cracked pots she carried, the envious looks she gave the market girls with bright beads and soft skin. What was a reflection compared to a lifetime of riches and beauty? Without hesitation, she agreed. The ritual began. They painted her body with chalk, drew symbols on the earth, and chanted until the forest itself seemed to hum. They handed her a mirror as black as night. When Jade gazed into it, her reflection twisted, flickered, then disappeared entirely. That night, Jade returned to her hut. The next morning, when she rose, her neighbors gasped. Her skin was flawless, her eyes brighter, her figure graceful like the carved statues in the shrine. Her beauty grew with each sunrise until women whispered in envy and men stumbled in awe. Chiefs sent her gifts, traders laid fine cloth at her feet, and a compound filled with gold and jewelry. At last, Jade's dreams had come true. But beauty is a jealous spirit, and wealth is a hungry god. Soon, Jade noticed changes. Her laughter rang hollow, her words turned sharp as blades. She no longer joined the women pounding yam in the village square. She no longer danced at the moonlight place. Children fled when she passed, claiming they heard voices whispering in the wind behind her. At night, Jade lay awake, her chest heavy as though an unseen hand pressed upon it. Shadows danced in her heart, whispering in many voices, "You traded your reflection, but what else will you give?" Her beauty, once radiant, became unnerving, her skin grew pale in patches, her face so perfect it seemed carved from stone, unnatural, frightening. Though her house overflowed with riches, she felt emptier than a broken calabash. the villagers began to fear her. They muttered proverbs behind her back: a child who sells her soul for mirrors will one day find her house full of smoke. They avoided her in the market, crossing to the other side when she approached. Desperate, Jade returned to the forest, searching for the circle of ivory. But the clearing was gone, only silent trees and the shriek of night birds. She fell to her knees. Take it back. Please, take it all back. I only wanted to be loved, to be seen. The wind rose, carrying the voice of the beautiful woman. Foolish child. You wanted beauty and riches, but you forgot, a reflection is not just water's shadow. It is your soul. And without it, you are nothing but an empty shell. Terrified, Jade stumbled back to the village. But when the people saw her, they screamed. Her face shifted and warped like melted clay, her voice rasped like 100 whispers. In desperation, she ran to the river. She knelt and peered into the water, but the surface showed nothing: no face, no eyes, no Jade. Only emptiness. Sobbing, she waded deeper. River, great mother, give me back my soul. But the Niger does not return what has already been claimed. The waters rose, pulling her under. Her cries echoed once, then vanished. To this day, when the moon hides its face, the villagers warn their children not to gaze too long into the river. They say that sometimes, in the dark waters, a pale face appears, not your own, but Jade's. And if you linger, her voice will drift up from the depths, whispering the question that cost her life. What are you willing to trade for the life you dream of? Moral: a goat that follows the drum into the forest follows it to the slaughter. True beauty is not bought with vanity, and true wealth is not stolen. He who trades his soul for shallow desires will wake one day to find he has nothing left at all. Like and subscribe for more stories.